Earlier this month, Esker launched their latest iteration of the Hayduke, their timeless steel hardtail. The Hayduke has gone through some changes since it was launched in 2016, and it was even brought over to the Esker lineup when Advocate Cycles shut their doors. But it's always been a bike packing rig, and it's withstood some serious trips over the years, like when Lael Wilcox helped scout the Baja Divide route on the Hayduke. So in today's video, we're going to talk through some of the changes they made and also share our first thoughts on how it rides. Let's do it. Before we get into it, I just want to share that this video is supported in part by Salsa Cycles. Salsa's Anything Cradle is one of the most overlooked handlebar solutions out there. The hinge system makes it easy to put on or remove from your bike, and it prevents compressing, stressing, or damaging your shift housing, brake lines, or head tube. The super stable and waterproof design works great alone, or add the front accessory pouch for quick access to frequently used items. I used the original version a while back, and the hinge and weight savings update on the new version are great improvements. So for more on the Salsa Anything Cradle, you can hit this card right here, or also find the link in the description below. All right, so as I mentioned, the Hayduke has always been a bike packing forward bike. It's well balanced, built around long days, hauling gear, and comfort. And it fits the mold of what most of us are looking for in a dedicated bike packing bike. And it's clear Esker wanted to keep it that way, especially during a time when hardtails are becoming slacker, steeper, and more aggressive in general. While the Hayduke didn't see a lot of changes, including keeping that 65.6 degree head tube angle and their 425 to 437 millimeter chainstay lengths, there are some thoughtful and noteworthy updates worth mentioning. First, wheel size. While the bike can still take 27.5 by 3-inch wheels, the new Hayduke was built around the 29-inch wheel platform with big volume in mind, as the bike has the ability to run 29 by 2.4 to 2.8-inch tires. And the bike comes stocked with 2.6-inch tires on both their GX and XT builds. I know I've said this before on the channel, but that 29 by 2.6-inch tire platform is just such a sweet spot for bike packing. Another change the bike received is size-specific head tubes and custom-tuned tube set. This means that each bike size is built a little differently, which helps kind of create a better fit and more comfort from size to size. Esker claims that their proprietary heat-treated 4130 chromoly gives the Hayduke more compliance at a lighter weight while also increasing torsional rigidity and strength. This is something that we've actually seen quite a bit of over the last few years with steel bikes, and it makes sense, especially for a bike packer looking for that additional comfort over the long haul. So because of these changes, the stack was increased, putting riders in a more upright position. Esker also tweaked the bottom bracket to 60 millimeters, which accounts for that larger wheel diameter. The top tube angle was also tweaked a little bit, which gives riders a touch more frame space for cargo. And the bike now has the ability to run 4 different dropout configurations with the new fan or fixed adjustable nut on the updated portage dropout system, still allowing 425 to 437 millimeters of adjustment for that proper tire clearance and drivetrain configurations. So the latest edition of the Hayduke now comes with rear rack mounts, increasing its versatility, especially since rear racks are in vogue now. So that's definitely a nice upgrade. While there are no braze-ons for direct mount top tube bags, the frame still comes with direct mount braze-ons for custom frame bags, and Sodero, Rogue Panda, and J-Packs all have templates for this particular frame, and they're ready to make a custom frame pack for you. While a few of us pedaled the bike over the course of the Queen's Ransom Loop a few weeks ago, Andrew had the most time on it, and here are a few of his thoughts on the new Hayduke, including how he packed his bike for this trip.
What's cool about the 2023 redesign of the Esker is it really goes back to its original roots as its bike packing rig in Esker's lineup. This redesign is built around the 29-inch wheel platform for an all-day bike packing adventure when you're riding everything from pavement to single track and everything in between. And the single track out here in Arizona, especially on the AZT, is chunky, really steep, tight switchbacks. Overall, this bike is super comfortable all day long. Running 29 by 2.6-inch wheels at extra volume, it's tough to get around some of those turns, so there is a little bit of hike-a-bike in there. to get around some of that chunk. Not quite as nimble as running 27.5, but it's a trade-off for having that all-day comfort and being able to ride a lot of mixed terrain on one bicycle. This specific bike is Esker's high-end build. It's their XT build with the Fox factory upgrade. So you'll notice the Fox factory dropper, Fox fork, and full XT, Shimano XT components. The most important thing, I always want to carry the heavier stuff right here in the center, closer to the bottom bracket for more stability. So water, food, stove, really heavy items right here in nice Rogue Panda custom bolt-on frame bag. The dropper bag, try to keep it light. So this is mostly layers, raincoat, extra puffy, warm socks for night. Bolted on right here on the down tube is my repair kit. Along the top tube, I have 2 bags. One right here is mostly just random stuff, coffee and tablets, shifter cables. Up here in the cockpit, GPS. Another bag for food. It's not bolt-on. Neither of the bags on the top tube are bolt-on, so just keep that in mind when purchasing bags. Feed bag, mostly full of garbage right now because we're on day 5, but normally there's bananas and pizza and stuff in there. And then up here on the handlebars, my sleep system, so tent, poles, ground cloth, sleeping bag, and sleeping pad. For our long days over super chunky, loose, uncomfortable terrain, this bike is a very, very comfortable ride. And in terms of being able to store stuff for a 5-day trip, plenty of space, especially size large frame. This big old frame bag, you can fit everything in here, so it keeps your weight down in the front and the back.
Watching Andrew ride the Queen's Ransom on the Hayduke, it was pretty awesome. It was his first time riding this bike. The Hayduke definitely fared pretty well, and it definitely guided Andrew on this bikepacking experience. So Andrew ended up testing the large Hayduke. He is 6 feet tall, and he mentioned that it was a great fit. As far as build kits, the bike is available in a frame set for $1,000 USD, $3,000 USD for the complete GX build, and $4,000 for the XT build. In addition to various color kits for mold-tooth components, upgraded forks and carbon wheels are also available. All complete bikes are built to order in the US. All right, so what do you all think about the new Esker Hayduke build? And if you have an older one, let us know how you like it in the comment section below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, pedal further.